way to begin the program. Here he is, the one and only Jon Moxley.
The big boss himself making the way.
He said it! He said it!
Alas, I have returned. Drink it in, man. Instead of POP Universe, I think I'm just gonna go with Pop Nation. It sounds better. You guys are officially the Pop Nation. Anyway, let's get into the show. This was a really good one. I missed last week's because I didn't feel like it was worth a review. Also, I was very busy. But the biggest reason is because I didn't think it was worth a review. And sometimes that's gonna happen on this channel, so, you know. Sorry about that, guys. First match we had was Moxley versus Ortiz. And apparently this was Ortiz's first match in 3 years. His first singles match. So, it's crazy to think that some of these tag teams really just be working together all the time. It was a decent match. I liked it. I was surprised Ortiz can work like that alone. Because usually, you know, you see flaws in a team when they're working separately. So, but this one, it wasn't the case. Ortiz is actually pretty good on his own. So, you know, they had a good match. I was about to say Ambrose. Woo! We don't mention that here anymore. Moxley picked up the win after, what was it, like 2 paradigm shifts? So that was a good one. But after the match is when Moxley decided he still had those keys to the fort that Jericho offered him when he offered to have Moxley come into the inner circle. So he took the keys out and he thought, you know what? You take my eye, I take one of your eyes, eye for an eye. So he picks up Santana, because Santana attacked him after the match. So he got the better of Santana with a paradigm shift. Took the keys out, just right in the eye. So there we go, eye for an eye. Good story, good storytelling, and that is really the key word for this show today. Storytelling. And they did a whole lot of it, so it was a good one. Then we had Best Friends versus SCU, and Best Friends, always a good sight to see, always a great match. SCU, always a great match. It was a fun one, pretty good spots. I really liked the nobody kicks out of the Falcon's Arrow spot with Chuck Taylor, hilarious. And you know, Orange Cassidy with them, always a great time. SCU pick up the victory. The hug at the end is what really costed Best Friends the match. Once Best Friends were going for their finisher, I forget what it's called, something zero, but once Best Friends was going for their finisher after their hug, Scorpio Sky pulled I believe it was Trent off the turnbuckle, then drop kicked Chuck into a pinning predicament with Frankie Kazarian, and they got the roll up win. Number 1 contenders. They're going back after their tag titles, and I like that. I like that when it comes to the titles, it's not just a one done deal and over with. You know, they show that we still want these. But after the match, they get attacked by Dark Order. A lot of post-match attacks, huh? Wait, I forgot. I was supposed to be doing post-match attack. Yeah, that's a thing that I want to do from now on. They rushed the ring and invaded and just started hammering away at everybody. And then they went for their little signature pose. But in rolls Orange Cassidy. And he tries to step up. Evil Uno actually tries to offer Orange Cassidy a mask, but he refuses or puts the hands in the pockets. So then he gets attacked, and they all start jumping him. But then Christopher Daniels comes out and saves him, and then they all leave the ring. He's wanting the sauce, but they don't want it. They don't want none. And then they take their leave. And then we got Dr. Britt Baker versus a debuting Yuka I don't even. She had this magical girl gimmick, you know, from like animes where like there are magical girls. I liked her attire. I really actually liked it. It was very creative, and her style was. It can be worked on, but I see the vision. I see what she's going for, and I like it. Actually, kind of want to see more of her, just a little bit more of her. Britt Baker takes the win. Oh wait, actually no, she gets rolled up by Yuka and loses the match. See, this is what happens. You get a debuter and you think they're gonna lose, but little do you know, AEW has something else up their sleeve. But Britt takes the loss actually, and she gets mad afterwards. She goes for the ring bell and attacks Yuka after the match, and then she's standing over her and is about to go for another hit with the ring bell, but then the referee takes it from her. The referee takes the bell from her and leaves the ring, leaving Yuka open for more attacking. So what she does is Britt drags her over to the bottom rope, opens her mouth and closes it on the bottom rope, and then pretty much curb stomps her. And I'm not talking about a Seth Rollins curb stomp. No. I'm talking about a real life curb stomp, like teeth on concrete stomp, but on ropes instead. And then Yuka starts bleeding and spits out a tooth. And while this is just a little corny and just a tad bit cringy, it works for Dr. Britt Baker because she's a dentist. So anything involving with teeth, it's like, oh, well, she's methodical. She knows what she's doing because she knows the mouth. She knows teeth. So it worked for her. Then she locks in the lockjaw, and there's blood all over her hands, and she just wrenches it in, and it's good stuff. I'm really liking this heel turn. If she could just get her insults better on the mic, it'll be perfect. She's already doing a great job. But I'm liking this heel turn. It's a good one, so it's a thumbs up for me. And then after that, we got an 8-man tag match with the Butcher and the Blade, along with the Lucha Brothers versus the Elite. It was Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. Always a great match. It was a really, really good one. And first of all, just from the beginning, just from the entrance alone, you could see he came out. Hangman Adam Page came out alone first. The music hit, but he rushed out because he didn't want to be part of the entire team entrance, which was weird. So then the rest came out, did their 3-man pose. You know, Kenny with the Young Bucks with the, you already know. Throughout the tag, Hangman seems very disinterested with everything. You can see his face is just blank-faced, man. It seems like he doesn't care, or at least that he just doesn't want to be there. In points of the match, he's sticking up for his friends. He's coming in when the other team is doing a little dirt, cheating a little bit. He's asking the ref, hey, aren't you gonna do anything about this? And he's itching to get in, but he just seems dissatisfied. So that's another little story tidbit in there. I love it. You know, the match goes on, and later on in the match, Page is just doing some weird stuff. He tags himself in once when the Young Bucks were about to go for a super kick party, and this was near the end of the match, and then he tags himself in, misses a buckshot lariat, and gets taken out for a little bit. So that was already like, what are you doing, man? And then later on, they're on the offensive, and it looks like Page is on the ropes. So they're asking, the Bucks are asking for a tag. He walks over and he tells them, nah, I got this. I don't need you guys. Turns around to get knocked out by Lucha Bros, and they lose. That's it. They just lose, man. And it's kind of Page's fault. Afterwards, after the match, they're all pretty much bickering in the ring, like, what's going on, like, what's happening with you? We had that. You didn't take the tag, and Page is just like, you know what? I don't need any of you guys. He walks out, grab a beer from a fan again, chugs it, and walks out the crowd. And man, this alcohol abuse is one good storyline, man. I love it. I love the whole, because then it gives a reason for Paige to act reckless, you know? So it's not just, oh, I'm a mean heel now. Nah, there's a reason why he's going through things. Clearly, he's drinking a lot. He's making bad decisions. So this is a really good one. Tony Schiavone comes in for a little interview with Kenny Omega. Kenny's interrupted by Pac backstage. And Pac has stood there. Riho was actually supposed to have an interview, but he took it over to issue Omega the challenge to a match, which he's been trying to do for weeks, actually. That's why he's been attacking countless people that apparently are close to Kenny Omega. He told Kenny straight up, clearly you don't care about Michael Nakazawa. You left him for dead, which I was like, ooh, he's not wrong. Not entirely wrong, so. But then he threatens Riho. He's saying that he's about to destroy her, and that Kenny can stop it, and all he has to do is accept the match. Kenny gets on the mic and he's like, "I'll do it. I'll accept it. I'll take it." You know, he really cares about Riho, and not enough about Michael Nakazawa. Then again, who cares about Michael Nakazawa? And then Pac says, "You know what? That wasn't so hard, was it? That's all I wanted." And he says, "By the way, I hope you weren't thinking that I was going to attack Riho. I wasn't going to put my hands on a woman. I might be a bastard, but I'm not a beast. But she is." Then out comes Nyla Rose, attacks Riho, and power bombs her onto a table. And the table didn't even give. That's how small Riho is, that's why I believe she shouldn't have been champion in the first place. First of all, she's way too tiny. Second of all, she just doesn't connect. She's very boring. I'm sorry, she doesn't connect with the crowd. Just because you're a small, smiley girl, happy-go-lucky, doesn't mean you're gonna get over with the crowd. Sorry, you have to have some kind of connection, and she just didn't have that. So next week, she's going to have a match for the championship with Nyla Rose, and I don't think Nyla Rose is ready for the title yet. However, she's just too much, in my opinion, for Riho. I don't think Riho's gonna come out of this still champ, man. I just don't see it. We'll see how that plays out next week. Title match. Then after that, we got Kip Sabian versus Joey Janela. Kip Sabian, in his entrance, he spits his gum at a fan, misses, it hits the floor before it's able to hit the fan. So what he does is he gets out, picks up the gum, puts it in the fan's face, and then just drops it in his shirt. Kip Sabian, it seems, is not all that bad, but however, Joey, I'm saying, like, your gimmick is nice and all, but you're just missing something. You're missing something. Find it, please, before I'm entirely bored with you. Because I want to like you. I want to root for you. Just, I don't know. First of all, I just feel like you should get in better shape, man. This is pro wrestling, not a tussle at the gym, you know. And just find whatever you're missing to connect, because you're just not there yet. And to that point, I skimmed through the match. Now, I remember last week saying that I skipped a match, and a friend of mine who watches the channel, he told me, look, skipping the match is probably not a good idea. You can watch it and tell us what things they could have done better. And man, I can't even tell you what they could have done better, because it's just the interest isn't there. It's not that they're bad at wrestling, it's just the interest is not there. I don't have a reason to watch this match. So I bored through it, and I just, I skimmed through it a little bit, skipping spots here and there, and it just wasn't that great. Near the end, Kip Sabian goes for a kiss with Penelope Ford, that disgusting shit that they always do. And then Joey Janela goes after Kip Sabian. Kip Sabian ducks. Joey accidentally hits Penelope Ford. She hits the ground. Apparently hurts her knee, but Kip gets the roll up and takes the win. I'm sorry, this one is just a thumbs down for me. They need to do something more. I don't think this is a bad feud. It's just the feud is missing something. Joey is missing something. So, I don't know, guys. You got more work to do. We got a really cool vignette of Darby Allin taking a flamethrower to a cardboard cutout of Chris Jericho and Sami Zayn hugging. Sammy Guevara. Whoa, look, I'm tired. It's like 7 a.m. for me. I'm trying to do this really early because I wasn't able to do this on Thursday. I'm actually recording this on Friday, so the video will be up in the same day, but you get what I'm saying. But it was a really cool vignette. He torched it, looked at the camera, breathed all heavy. So I guess things aren't done between them. I'm looking forward to a Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. I think that's what's next. So I feel like that's gonna be a good match. And then we had the Inner Circle backstage. They were about to get interviewed, but Chris Jericho took the mic, said, "What kind of piece of trash goes after a man's eye, spikes a man in his eye, and tries to take his sight?" And I just love when Chris Jericho has his hypocritical moments. It's hilarious. It's the same thing near the beginning of AEW. He says, it was a couple weeks ago, he says, "What kind of idiot wears a scarf?" Yet he comes to the ring in a scarf all the time. Then Santana gets on the mic and he says, "You know what? You tried to take my sight. You've never faced anything like this. Now I'm mad." So he says, next week it's gonna be eye for an eye. And then the moment we've all been waiting for, and my personal favorite part of the entire show. MJF comes to the ring, and then Cody makes his way to the ring. And we get the 10 lashes. They begin. He takes his tie off. He takes his vest off. He takes his shirt off, and he's ready. He's standing ready for the lashes. MJF says, "This is a really nice belt I'm wearing, don't you think? Too good to touch you, so I want your belt." And then Cody takes off his belt, gives it to MJF, and then he gets his lashes. And man, these are some pretty deep lashes, man. I didn't think it was gonna be this good, but they look like they actually hurt. They were leaving some real good marks on there, on his back. So you could see the welts, some of them were making lacerations on his back. Looked like it really hurt. Midway through it, I believe it was like 3-4 lashes in. A couple of people from backstage come out. I believe it was the Butcher, the Blade, Kip Sabian, Britt Baker. Pretty much the heels make their way out to the ramp to get a good look at what's going on here, because they want to see the downfall of Cody. And then Arn Anderson comes out. I think he's seen enough. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna go support the homie. The head coach coming to support his proteges. And then out comes Dustin after. He's giving him more support. And then this is where you start seeing, like, yeah, there are people who want to see Cody's downfall, but then there are people who want to see Cody win. And that was great storytelling. So there are people who love him. So MJF is giving him his lashings, and Cody's taking him the hard ones. He turns around and gets in MJ's face, and MJF is just like, "Come on, hit me." It's like, "Come on, hit me. I dare you, please." So we can call the match off. Cody can't lay hands on him until Revolution, or else the match is off. MJF decides, "I'm gonna bless up one of my lashings to Wardlow." Wardlow wants it. Wardlow wants that one hit in, so he gets the belt. He's granted the belt from MJF, and he cocks back with all his might and just leans into it. And that was the worst lashing of all of them. That was the one that left the biggest mark on Cody. The Bucks come out, and they're just like, "What are you doing? You're not allowed to do that. This was a part of it." But MJF, he's just like, "I get to do what I want. I'm allowing Wardlow to take one of my lashings. He's allowed to take. I'm granting him one." This one was just a little emotional. It hit me in the feels, right here. We got Brandy walking to the ring, and she's just stone-faced. You can see she's got the emotion on her face. She looks like she's about to cry, and Cody's just down on the ropes, on the bottom ropes, just like, man, I don't think I can keep doing this. And she comes and gives that little support, you know? And it was a very touching moment. That she really knows how to act. She gives him the strength to go on, telling him it's only one more. You only got to survive one more lashing. He tanks it, he gets the rest. MJF, he decides, I'm going to get in a cheap shot before I leave. So he punches Cody before he leaves while everybody's in the ring giving him his hurrah, like, you made it through, good job, you did it. And then he scurries on out because they're all trying to chase him. Like, that wasn't part of it. You weren't supposed to do that. So MJF, he scurries through the crowd, looks on, and it's over. And man, this was really good stuff. I really loved it. Sometimes you don't need a match to close a show. And you don't need too much. Sometimes it's the subtle things that really get things going, you know? So I really like this. This was good stuff. That last angle was 10 out of 10 in my opinion. I loved it. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. And Cody is just proving why he's the best babyface in the business right now. So good on Cody. MJF proving why he's one of the best heels in the business too. So good on MJF. And I believe it's either next week or in 2 weeks we have the steel cage match with Wardlow. First cage match in AEW, and I'm looking forward to it. Next week is about to be a crazy show. We got a tag team title match and a women's match. It's gonna be some good stuff. I've been your boy Hero. That was AEW. That was the review, and remember, my friends, stay frosty. Shadow.